Mike Tirico, Greg Olson ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll step up and run. And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that first down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here.
Oh, Pacheco hit. He loses the football. The Lions have got it. He's inside the 30. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, and remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got it at about the 8, and he will get into the end zone. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Chiefs. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
Pick up a 2 on the last run. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's over the middle, caught by Tesla. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. First down, Detroit. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard mark. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
A gain of 2.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Gibbs with a first down and more. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Down at the 41.
A gain there of 15. Good for a Lions first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Flushed to his left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and a yard. Goff to throw. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third down, they need 5. Throwing here is Goff. He's got it at the 7. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4, and now he's got his offense set up here early with first and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. And he's in! Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Remigio now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back Isaiah Pacheco head out for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He'll manage only a couple. Tyleik Williams, the first rounder out of Ohio State. They're on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They go play action with Mahomes. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 25
They
yards
get 25 on that connection. First down, KC.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Off the play fake, Mahomes. Catch made by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
25 yards.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
Into the hands of Juju. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas
There's this
City
misconception out
Chiefs.
there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early.
He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC.
Touchdown,
A best friend for a quarterback, a tight end. Big target down there, Greg, and he's able to secure it for the score.
And down here, Mike, it's not real complicated. What you're trying to do is find space, find a window to the quarterback, and if you're open, stay open and catch it.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Lions 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 11 on
They
the
get
play.
11
First
and
down,
quickly pick
Detroit.
up a 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd
Brought
down.
down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Lions ball to begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tesla.
Complete to
They get
Isaac
15
Tesla.
on that game.
A gain
1st
of
down,
15.
Detroit.
1st down, Lions.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll run the draw with Gibbs. The ball's out. It looks like the Chiefs have it, and it is Kansas City ball.
Fumble on the play.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee. or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose? And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Laporta in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
At the 7-yard line.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Laporta in motion. Here's Gibbs. And he will score! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease. Their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. Play action here. Mahomes. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. Hey, you can't fault the offense so far. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, yet they still trail. We can have a shootout on our hands. See if they keep up their end of the bargain. First down. Laporta in motion. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Pass complete. It is St. Brown. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
On 2nd down, Goff. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll go with the sneak. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Gain of 1 yard. First down, Lions.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Now, Goff. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
Montgomery. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped him for no gain at the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Here's a designed run. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
On 3rd and goal, Mike, they make an interesting decision. They keep the ball on the ground, thinking they have enough power up front to just push this one in. Instead, they find themselves going backwards. Brings up 4th down.
Bates' kick
is
good. And the Lions will cut the lead down to 4.
Lions.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Xavier Worthy and his Kansas City teammates getting set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. A handoff to Pacheco. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
22 yards.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Open man downfield. It's Kelsey. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's good.
Mahomes connects with Kelsey for a big one. And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
The Lions called their first timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 10-yard line.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
3 yards.
Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got it at the 3.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Man in motion is Brown. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll send Worthy in motion. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll start at the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Goff to throw. That's caught by Gibbs.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing here is Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Jamison Williams. A gain of 14.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the 1st half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
And he'll get in for the 2-point conversion. And now the deficit is just a field goal.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. He takes off. And it will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
It's a gain of 11. And a Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage. Tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling.
Well, they find themselves in a tight game here in the second half, and they're thinking, we got to get this guy going. He hasn't done much up until this point, but man, you talk about making a play when your team needed it. That's the kind of play that sparks the offense, and now see if they can finish this drive with some points. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer, but they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
2nd and 10. They'll send Worthy in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
A 3-yard loss.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Wow! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st
The
and
Lions
10
offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd
There's 2
down.
big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike, is the first one, how do they operate on 3rd down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, That's what separates the good ones from the rest, and that was a big-time throw right there.
Defense.
The crowd does not agree with that call.
Automatic
Boos
first
ring
down.
out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down. To throw is Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Complete to Jahmyr Gibbs.
18 on the gain
A gain of
again.
18 on the play.
And another
And
first
the
down.
Lions, first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Wright. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Third down.
And that quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice gain.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. First down, Detroit.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Goff's pass.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. And he's into the end zone. Isaac to Slav. Touchdown, Detroit.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Makes the score Lions 32, Chiefs 31.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. on the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
32-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Mahomes. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Mahomes back. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And 11.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
And he gets in for the two-point conversion, and the lead bumps up to 7.
32.
It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Goff. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Now, Goff. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Williams in motion. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. Mahomes on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
Pacheco, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Xavier Worthy. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Noah Gray, the tight end, was the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
And now it's 4th down.
Jack Campbell.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
32.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
Lions.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Now a pitch to Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The ball carrier.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff on target to Laporta. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Laporta in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has the decision to make.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's going to have a Lions first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
You know, it's really surprising to see him, of all people, let that one go. You just don't see him drop many balls. I mean, really, regardless of the circumstance. So, yes, there was contact. Yes, they timed it up perfectly, but typically that's a ball he's able to hold on to.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to get back to a 1-possession game. This one is pushed out to the right. It is no good. And this will remain a 2-possession game. Patrick Mahomes is going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. First down throw, Mahomes Over the middle, that's Kelsey.
Mahomes pass.
And he's brought down
Complete to
after a
Travis
gain
Kelce.
of 6 on first
A
down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. They'll send Worthy in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. Not much there, maybe a yard.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 38 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. He's got it at the 3.
Mahomes pass.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
And Butker on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Lions 32.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in.
That's interference.
Looks like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
On first down, it's Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Williams in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of
25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Lions first down. Williams in motion. Goff to throw on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Detroit.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
On second down, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming up.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. This is caught at the 2. And he's going to have the Lions first down. And it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on 4th and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on 1st or 2nd down, Mike. The issue here is the quarterback has to know, if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
From the gun, it's Goff. Forced out wide.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. To throw is Goff. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. The Chiefs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.